I'm about to show you something that could save your Ford's engine from complete catastrophic failure, and it's going to cost you less than a tank of gas. I'm dead serious. There's a $20 part hiding under your hood right now that's slowly destroying your engine from the inside out, and Ford doesn't want you to know how easy it is to fix. In fact, when this part fails, most dealerships will tell you that you need a complete engine replacement costing anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. Last week, my neighbor knocked on my door in a panic. His 2016 Ford Escape had just died on the highway. Smoke was pouring out from under the hood, the engine was making sounds like a garbage disposal full of marbles, and the tow truck driver told him he was looking at a totaled vehicle. When I looked under his hood, I immediately knew what had happened. A $23 part had failed, and because he didn't catch it in time, his engine had literally torn itself apart. But here's the thing that makes me angry. This was completely preventable. The warning signs were there for months. His truck was trying to tell him something was wrong, but he didn't know what to look for. And now he's shopping for a new vehicle because the repair costs more than the truck is worth. Don't let this happen to you. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this killer component is, how to spot it before it fails, and how to replace it yourself in about 45 minutes. Fix number 1. Understanding the throttle body that's choking your engine. Let's talk about the component that controls every single breath your engine takes. The throttle body is essentially your engine's throat. When you press the gas pedal, you're not actually feeding fuel directly to the engine like most people think. You're opening a valve in the throttle body that controls how much air flows into your engine. Your engine's computer then calculates how much fuel to inject based on that airflow. Now here's where Ford engines have a massive problem, especially the EcoBoost models. The throttle body has a butterfly valve inside that opens and closes. Over time, carbon deposits, oil residue from the PCV system, and combustion byproducts build up on this valve and the walls of the throttle body. This buildup starts small, just a thin film of black gunk. But over the course of 50 to 70,000 miles, that thin film becomes a thick layer of carbon that physically restricts airflow. Think about it like this. Imagine trying to breathe through a straw versus breathing normally. That's what's happening to your engine when the throttle body gets clogged. Your engine is gasping for air, and to compensate, it has to work exponentially harder to maintain the same level of performance. The engine computer starts dumping in extra fuel to make up for the restricted airflow, which creates even more carbon deposits, making the problem worse in a vicious cycle. The real danger comes from what happens when the throttle position sensor gets contaminated. This sensor tells your engine computer exactly how far open the throttle valve is. When carbon buildup interferes with this sensor, your computer gets false readings. It thinks the throttle is open when it's actually closed, or vice versa. This causes your engine to randomly stall, idle erratically, or suddenly surge forward when you're not expecting it. I've heard horror stories of people getting rear-ended because their Ford suddenly died at a stoplight, or nearly causing accidents because the engine surged unexpectedly while parking. Ford's EcoBoost engines from 2011 onwards are particularly vulnerable. The turbocharged design creates more blow-by, which means more oil vapor gets recirculated through the intake system. That oil vapor mixes with carbon and creates a sticky tar-like substance that accumulates faster than in naturally aspirated engines. The 3.5 EcoBoost in F-150S, the 2.7 EcoBoost, and the 2.0H EcoBoost in Escapes and Edges are all ticking time bombs waiting to fail. But even non-turbo Fords aren't immune. The 4.6-liter V8s, the 5.4-liter V8s, and the 3.7-liter V6 engines all experience throttle body carbon buildup. It happens slower, but it still happens. If you've got a Ford with more than 60,000 miles on it and you've never cleaned or replaced the throttle body, you're driving on borrowed time. Fix number 2. Recognizing the warning signs. Before disaster strikes, your Ford is screaming at you that something is wrong, but you need to understand the language it's speaking. The first symptom most people notice is rough idle. You're sitting at a red light and your engine is shaking more than usual. The RPMs are bouncing between 500 and 800 instead of sitting steady at 700. You might feel the whole truck or car vibrating through the steering wheel and the seat. Most people assume this is normal engine behavior, especially on older vehicles. They figure it's just the engine getting old and tired. Wrong. A healthy engine should idle smoothly and consistently, regardless of mileage. That rough idle is your throttle body telling you it can't properly regulate airflow anymore. The second warning sign is hesitation during acceleration. You press the gas pedal to merge onto the highway, and there's a delay before the engine responds. Or the engine responds, but it feels sluggish and weak, like you're towing a trailer even though your truck is empty. This is because the restricted throttle body is choking off the air supply, preventing your engine from generating the power it should. Here's a symptom that people often misdiagnose. Your check engine light comes on with a code for the throttle position sensor, or the idle air control system. Most mechanics will immediately want to replace those sensors, charging you $300 to $400 for parts and labor. But here's the secret. Those sensors are probably fine. They're just reading incorrectly because they're covered in carbon buildup. Clean or replace the throttle body for $20, and those error codes disappear. Pay attention to your fuel economy. If you're suddenly getting 2 to 3 miles per gallon worse than normal, your throttle body might be the culprit. The engine computer is compensating for the restricted airflow by dumping in extra fuel, which means you're burning more gas to produce the same power. Over the course of a year, you could be wasting hundreds of dollars in extra fuel costs because of a dirty throttle body. The most dangerous symptom is random stalling. You're driving down the road at highway speed, and suddenly your engine just cuts out. No warning, no sputtering, just instant silence. Your power steering goes away, your power brakes become extremely stiff, and you're coasting in a 2-ton missile with limited control. This happens because the throttle position sensor gives the computer such bad data that the computer thinks you've turned the engine off. It shuts down fuel delivery, and your engine dies instantly. I've also seen cases where the engine surges unexpectedly. You're in a parking lot moving slowly, barely touching the gas pedal, and suddenly the engine revs up like you floored it. Your truck or car lurches forward, and you nearly hit the vehicle in front of you. This is terrifying and dangerous, and it's caused by the same throttle body issue. Fix number 3, the models most at risk. For this problem, not all Fords are created equal when it comes to throttle body failure. If you drive one of these models, you need to take this seriously because your engine is at the highest risk. The Ford F-150 with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine from 2011 to 2017 is notorious for throttle body carbon buildup. These trucks were the first generation of EcoBoost technology, and Ford was still working out the kinks in the PCV system design. The Ford Escape and Edge with the 2.0-liter EcoBoost engine from 2013 onwards have the same problem. These smaller turbocharged engines run at even higher boost pressures, which means more blow-by and more carbon accumulation. If you own one of these vehicles and you've never addressed the throttle body, you're playing Russian roulette with your engine. The Ford Explorer with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost is another problem child. These SUVs are heavy, which means the engine works harder, which means more heat and more carbon buildup. I've seen Explorers with less than 80,000 miles need complete throttle body replacements because the buildup was so severe that cleaning couldn't fix it. Even the Ford Mustang with the 2.3-liter EcoBoost isn't safe. Performance drivers push these engines hard, and that aggressive driving style accelerates carbon accumulation. If you've got a Mustang and you like to drive it the way it was meant to be driven, your throttle body is probably building up carbon faster than you think. The older Ford trucks with the 5.4-liter Triton V8 engines also suffer from this issue, but in a different way. These engines use a drive-by-wire throttle system that's particularly sensitive to carbon buildup. The electronic throttle control on these trucks will throw error codes and enter limp mode at the slightest hint of a problem. I've seen 5.4 Triton engines with only 50,000 miles that needed throttle body service because of premature carbon accumulation. Fix number 4. What happens when you ignore this problem? Let me paint you a detailed picture of the cascade of failures that occurs when you ignore a dirty throttle body. Initially, you're just dealing with minor annoyances: the rough idle, the slightly reduced fuel economy, maybe an occasional hesitation when accelerating. You can live with these symptoms, so you put off dealing with it. Over the next few months, those symptoms get worse. The idle gets rougher to the point where you're embarrassed when people are standing near your vehicle. The hesitation during acceleration becomes dangerous when you're trying to merge into fast-moving traffic. You start avoiding certain driving situations because you don't trust your vehicle to respond when you need it to. Then comes the check engine light. You take it to AutoZone, they scan it for free, and it shows throttle position sensor errors or idle air control problems. You buy some throttle body cleaner from the parts store, spray it into the intake, and hope that fixes it. Maybe it helps for a week or two, but then the symptoms come right back because you didn't actually clean the throttle body itself, just the area around it. The carbon buildup continues getting worse. Now the buildup is so thick that it's affecting the mechanical operation of the throttle valve. The valve starts sticking in certain positions. When you press the gas pedal, there's a physical binding sensation. The throttle doesn't return to idle position smoothly anymore. This is when things get really dangerous. One day you're driving down the highway and your engine suddenly cuts out. You panic, wrestling with the heavy steering and trying to get to the shoulder safely. You manage to coast to a stop, and after sitting for a minute, the engine starts back up like nothing happened. You drive to a mechanic, but by the time you get there, the problem has disappeared and they can't diagnose it. This intermittent stalling happens again and again. Sometimes the engine dies at stoplights. Sometimes it happens while you're driving. You never know when it's going to occur, which makes every trip an adventure in anxiety. You start avoiding highways. You leave extra space between you and other cars in case your engine dies suddenly. Eventually, the throttle body becomes so contaminated that it causes a critical failure. The most common scenario is that the throttle valve sticks in a partially open position. Your engine now idles at 1500 RPM instead of 700. You can't slow down properly because the engine keeps trying to accelerate. Your transmission starts overheating from the constant load. The torque converter can't lock up properly. Before you know it, you've burned up your transmission, and now you're looking at a $4,000 transmission rebuild on top of the throttle body issue. In the worst-case scenario, the stuck throttle causes a runaway engine condition. The throttle sticks wide open, your engine redlines, and you have no way to control it, except by shutting off the ignition. The high RPMs cause catastrophic engine damage. Valves hit pistons, connecting rods bend or break, and suddenly you need a complete engine replacement that costs more than your vehicle is worth. Fix number 5. How to fix it yourself and save thousands. Here's where I'm going to save you a massive amount of money. You can clean or replace your throttle body yourself with basic tools and about 45 minutes of time. I'm going to walk you through this step by step, and I promise you, if you can change your own air filter, you can absolutely do this repair. First, you need to decide whether to clean your existing throttle body or replace it entirely. If your vehicle has less than 100,000 miles and you're catching this problem early, cleaning is probably sufficient. Buy a can of throttle body cleaner, which costs about $8 at any auto parts store. If your vehicle has high mileage or the buildup is severe, spend the $20 to $30 and buy a new or remanufactured throttle body. You'll need some basic tools: a socket set with 10mm and 8mm sockets, a flathead screwdriver, clean rags, and if you're replacing the throttle body, a new gasket. That gasket is critical. Don't reuse the old one or you'll create a vacuum leak that causes even more problems. Start by disconnecting your battery. This is important because you're going to be unplugging electrical connectors, and you don't want to accidentally short something out or trigger airbag systems. Pop the hood, find your battery, and disconnect the negative terminal. Now locate your throttle body. On most Fords, it's on the passenger side of the engine, right where the intake tube connects to the intake manifold. You'll see a large black plastic tube coming from your air filter box, and it connects to the throttle body. Follow that tube and you'll find it. Disconnect the intake tube from the throttle body. There's usually a hose clamp that you loosen with a flathead screwdriver or a small socket. Loosen the clamp, then gently wiggle the tube until it comes free. You might need to disconnect a couple of other small hoses connected to the intake tube to give yourself room to work. Now you can see the throttle body itself. Look at the electrical connector on the side. Press the tab and gently pull it straight out. Don't yank on the wires, just the connector itself. Set it aside where it won't get dirty. If you're cleaning the throttle body, spray the throttle body cleaner liberally onto the butterfly valve and the walls of the bore. Use a clean rag to wipe away the carbon buildup. You'll be shocked at how much black crud comes off. Keep spraying and wiping until the inside of the throttle body looks clean and shiny. Pay special attention to the edges of the butterfly valve, where carbon tends to accumulate the thickest. If you're replacing the throttle body, remove the bolts holding it to the intake manifold. Usually there are 4 bolts in a square pattern. Remove them carefully and set them aside. Pull the old throttle body straight off. You'll see the old gasket underneath. Scrape off any remnants of the old gasket with a plastic scraper. Don't use metal or you'll scratch the mating surface. Install the new gasket on the intake manifold. Place your new or cleaned throttle body over the gasket, making sure everything lines up perfectly. Thread in the bolts by hand first to make sure they're not cross-threaded, then tighten them in a crisscross pattern. Don't over-tighten or you'll crack the throttle body housing. Reconnect the electrical connector. You should hear and feel it click into place. Reattach the intake tube and tighten the hose clamp securely. Reconnect any other hoses you disconnected earlier. Double-check everything is tight and secure. Reconnect your battery. Before you start the engine, turn the ignition to the on position without starting it. Wait 10 seconds, then turn it off. Do this 3 times. This allows the engine computer to relearn the throttle position sensor range. Now start your engine. It might idle a little rough for the first 30 seconds as the computer adapts to the clean throttle body. Let it warm up to operating temperature. The idle should smooth out and settle at a nice steady RPM. Take it for a test drive. You'll immediately notice improved throttle response, smoother acceleration, and better overall performance. Congratulations! You just saved yourself anywhere from $300 to $800 in dealership or mechanic labor costs, and potentially saved your engine from catastrophic failure down the road. The bottom line: this $20 fix is one of those maintenance items that separates smart car owners from people who end up with totaled vehicles. The automotive service industry makes billions of dollars every year on repairs that could have been prevented with simple maintenance. They don't want you to know how easy some of these fixes are because their profit margins depend on you not knowing. Your throttle body should be inspected and cleaned every 30,000 miles. If you drive in dusty conditions or do a lot of short trips where the engine never fully warms up, you should check it even more frequently. This simple maintenance task will extend your engine's life, improve your fuel economy, and prevent those terrifying moments when your engine dies unexpectedly. If this video saved you from a massive repair bill or taught you something you didn't know, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment below and let me know what year and model Ford you drive, and whether you've experienced any of these throttle body symptoms. Share this video with your friends and family who own Fords, because you might save them from the same fate as my neighbor's Escape. Remember, your Ford is counting on you to take care of it. Don't wait until it's too late. Check that throttle body today.